For my psychology and film assignment, I decided to analyze the movie Split. Now, in the movie Split, the main character, whose name is Kevin, is a middle-aged man who can be seen as having dissociative identity disorder, or known as DID. Throughout the movie, 23 different personalities emerge in Kevin. The personas seen most in the film are Barry, Dennis, Patricia, and Hedwig. One of Kevin's identities even decides to kidnap 3 girls. We're able to learn more about Kevin's identities through his interactions with these girls, as well as through his meetings with his psychiatrist, Karen, and flashbacks of abuse from his mother. Now, I've diagnosed Kevin with the disorder, dissociative identity disorder. Dissociative identity disorder is under the dissociative disorder category in the DSM-V. Now, what is dissociative identity disorder? Dissociative identity disorder is the development of at least 2 distinct personalities. These personalities have different memories, behaviors, emotions, and thoughts that are unique to it. Dissociative identity disorder can develop at any period in life, even childhood or adulthood. There is no solid research on what causes dissociative identity disorder, but a study has shown that abuse can be linked to having dissociative identity disorder. Now, to support my diagnosis, throughout the movie, there are more than 2 different personalities that emerge. You can tell a difference by the change of outfits, tone, style of voice, artistic ability, and actions. These are all examples of different behavior, thought, and emotion patterns. For example, Dennis is very well dressed. He likes everything to be neat and clean, and he has a desire to watch young girls dance. Patricia, on the other hand, embodies a woman. She dresses like a woman, and her emotions are like a woman, and her voice is even a higher pitch. On a different spectrum, Hedwig embodies a 9-year-old boy. He dresses as a 9-year-old, his thoughts, ideas, and vocabulary resemble a young kid, and his drawings were even on a kid level, as seen on the top right picture. Barry is also well dressed, but he's also a fashionista, and he's able to skillfully draw fashion pieces as seen in the bottom left picture. Now, another example to support my diagnosis is that towards the end of the movie, Kevin said he feels like he's losing time and someone is stealing the light, which are different experiences that people with DID may encounter. Also, in one scene in the movie, a flashback from Kevin's childhood shows that he experienced parental abuse. This can also have an impact on him having DID. Now, each of Kevin's 23 personalities had the possibility of having symptoms, including different memories, behaviors, emotions, and thoughts. The one symptom that was never portrayed in any of Kevin's personalities throughout the whole movie was him having different memories. Now, the possible treatment for Kevin would be psychodynamic therapy. The projected long-term outcome would be to reach the goal of improving relationships with others, preventing crisis, and helping the patient or Kevin overcome uncomfortable feelings. Now, psychodynamic therapy would be an appropriate and effective option for treating someone like Kevin with dissociative identity disorder because his therapy allows the client to be able to sit face-to-face with the therapist and talk through the issues while at the same time getting constructive feedback. The client is also verbal, which adds to this therapy being a good fit. Some ethical concerns that may arise when doing psychodynamic therapy include the power imbalance between the therapist and the client, leading to a tendency for the client to over-rely on the therapist. Another ethical concern that can be seen is the possibility of false memory syndrome, which happens when trying to uncover past traumatic events, causing the client to see the therapist as an authority figure. Now, the disorder seen in film. In the movie Split, dissociative identity disorder was correctly portrayed in the way that the main character, Kevin, was shown having 23 distinct personalities, each of these having different thoughts, behaviors, and emotions unique to that persona. But it also negatively portrayed it by showing dissociative identity disorder in an extreme way. The movie gave a violent message about DID, influencing people in real life to think that the people with this disorder are typically that way. However, people with DID are rarely violent and are more likely to hurt themselves than others. This film, therefore, contributes to the development of some of the inaccurate thoughts about psychological disorders that exist in real life.